Xbox app on PC is taking more space from games than it needs. Oh yeah, I remember this. So this person here is having an issue with JoJo. And if we go back to Xbox here, and we were looking at this and comparing it to what he had. So like if we go to system and storage, what he's saying is this one, view contents. So what he's saying is for JoJo's, whenever he goes to this guy, he is seeing that the amount of storage is doubled. He said he downloaded it from the Xbox Game Pass, and for some reason, whenever he goes to the game, it is showing that it is showing more than the 4.8 gigs. So I see 4.8 gigs. He sees like 9.4 or 4.2, and he sees 9.4 gigs. And I was like, okay, well, if you're seeing 9.4 gigs, then maybe you downloaded the pass, like the season pass. But he's saying he just downloaded from the Xbox Game Pass. So I said, okay, well, the best way to find that out is by searching for JoJo, then going there to see it in the Microsoft Store. And he says, I look for the game in the PC Game Pass section. I don't have Ultimate. I just click download, and it takes 2 times the space. It doesn't say it comes with anything else. Okay. But when you were in the Game Pass, if you went to the Season Pass on the right, did it show up that it was installed? Also, do other games have this problem? And this is what does it say? Okay, this is a regular old Xbox. Well, it just says Xbox. I'm not sure if he has a Series S or X. Also, do other games have this problem? And what kind of Xbox is this? Is your disk full? It's kind of interesting that it would download such a big file when it doesn't download a big file whenever I try it on the X. He may have like a S or the original Xbox or something like that, and maybe it feels a need to. But yeah, I see it as 4.2 as well. So I just don't think that it would be an issue with the Xbox console. If it's meant to be 9.4, it's meant to be 9.4. You see what I'm saying? So for it to show 4.2 and then down 9.4 or download 9.4, it means that one, he may be on a system that it may require that, because he may be on like the original Xbox or something like that. So it may have to download different shaders than it does for the Xbox Series X. It may be something along those lines, which means that it may be a situation where he can't recreate the issue. Like for example, if he tried to download another game that's free, and it basically does not give him that issue. So I'm thinking that may be the case, or maybe it's just doing something because he is on an older Xbox instead of the newer Xbox, so it may be different shaders. So because of that, it's a bigger file. It could be a few different things. But at the same time, the only thing he can really do with that is to update his firmware, or wipe it, and then see if that resolves the issue. And if it doesn't, then it's really just the game at that point, because you can't really control how big the file is going to be from the game provider. You see what I'm saying? If it's big, it's big. You know what I mean? And the fact that it's showing him 4.2 and it's showing me 4.2, but then when he downloads it's showing 9.4, that just means that, for whatever system that he's currently running, maybe it feels that it needs to download more stuff, but that's going to be a developer issue. There's nothing that he's doing wrong on that one. And there's nothing that he can really troubleshoot outside of firmware updates, which I'm sure he's probably are the most up to date, but we can go ahead and ask him if we have it. Is it possible you download the season pass with this, or you bought a bundle that included the season pass? Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and tell him just in case he didn't. Also, try to update the firmware and the system settings, which is system updates. System settings, which is system updates. System settings. Try to update the firmware in the system settings. Updates. Okay, so just let him know, just in case he hasn't, and see if that will address his issue. But yeah, that's right. That's like literally from the developer. So I'm not exactly sure if there's going to be any way of going about that, because I think that, it depends on what kind of Xbox he has, because I'm not having that issue. But at the same time, I have an X, so he probably has like an S or a Xbox One or something like that. But we'll see what he says. So we'll just go from there. Alrighty, gamers, rise up. I hope that helps. Keep us posted, bro. Oh, okay, so we went back to Windows. Okay, so all keyboards on my computer keep malfunctioning. Okay, so this is the guy who had issues with like his buttons malfunctioning on his keyboard, and he reset his PC and the problem came back. So, connect to PC, have the F key and N controls disabled. Only spam random keys fixes it for like 10 minutes, and then the problem comes back. So, okay, well, what happens when you plug it into a different port, particularly one in the front of the case? Is your keyboard wired or wireless? Be sure to install the most up-to-date drivers for your keyboard to see if that helps. He said the keyboard is wired. I tried switching ports and also downloaded the latest drivers, but the problem persists, but thank you anyway. And then I said, okay, do you have any wireless keyboards per chance? But what you can try would be to reboot into safe mode. And he said, I tried, but it still doesn't work. I don't have a wireless keyboard. Okay. So it's a wired keyboard, and it appears that the buttons themselves are not working properly. My laptop was pretty broken when I got it, but I didn't worry. 1 year later, the warranty expired. $200+ spent on fixes, and the HDD just failed, though I just bought it. Oh my God, Stro! I had that problem. Some games download DLCs inside the base games, even when you didn't buy the DLC, so it takes more space. Oh, you smart bastard. Also, a colleague just informed me that there is a possibility that the Xbox that you are using is down. Well, let's say it like this: possibility that the game is downloading DLC within the game. It's a possibility that the game is downloading DLC within the game, and that is increasing the file size. It also would mean that you have a different Xbox than me, as the X does show 4.2 gigs. Okay, that's a good idea. Thanks. Good luck on that. I appreciate that, Stro. Yeah, that's a smart one.